Amy Roloff's husband, Chris Marek, arrested. What really happened will shock you. I will explain everything. In a world where reality TV feels more scripted than real life, sometimes the truth is even more shocking than fiction. Chris Marek, the loving, charming, dependable husband of little people. Big world star Amy Roloff has just been arrested. Yes, you heard that right. No one saw this coming. Not the fans, not the media, and perhaps not even Amy herself. So what went so wrong in the Roloff household? Why did police storm their peaceful neighborhood? And what does this mean for the future of their marriage and the show? Stay with us until the end, because this story goes much deeper than headlines. This is the inside truth behind Chris Marek's arrest, and how it shattered the calm life of America's favorite little couple. Amy Roloff is no stranger to pain. She went through a painful divorce from Matt Roloff, the father of her 4 children and her partner of nearly 3 decades. After picking up the pieces, she rebuilt her life, not just emotionally, but publicly. And then came Chris Marek. He was everything she thought she had lost. Kind, caring, patient. Chris wasn't just a partner, he was a fresh start. The world watched their romance bloom. Engagement. A dream wedding. A cozy new home away from the Roloff farm. Fans were thrilled. TLC was thrilled. Amy looked happy. But no one knew what was brewing behind closed doors. It was a quiet Thursday night, May 15, 2025. Amy had posted a picture of her garden earlier that day, smiling with her dog Daisy. Nothing seemed unusual. Until around 9:17 p.m. Neighbors reported shouting, then silence, then the screech of tires. Within minutes, police arrived at the Marek residence in Hillsboro, Oregon. And what happened next stunned the entire neighborhood. Chris Marek was handcuffed and placed in the back of a squad car. He didn't resist. He didn't speak. He just kept his head down. Eyewitnesses say Amy looked pale, shaken, but composed. She wasn't taken in. She didn't cry. She simply stood at the doorway, clutching a blanket, watching as her husband was driven away. According to the police report obtained from the Washington County Sheriff's Office, Chris Marek was arrested for 2 charges. Disorderly conduct in the 2nd degree. Obstruction of a peace officer. Both are misdemeanors, but serious enough to require immediate booking. The report notes a verbal altercation escalating to an aggressive confrontation. No physical violence was alleged, no weapons were found. But the language used in the report, hostile stance, noncompliance, and escalated behavior, painted a picture very different from the man fans knew. Was this a misunderstanding? Or a glimpse into a side of Chris no one ever saw? The big question that fans immediately asked, was Amy involved? According to sources close to the Roloff family, Amy was not the one who called the police. In fact, it was a neighbor who made the emergency call, concerned after hearing a loud argument. Insiders reveal that Amy had been under stress for weeks. There had been rumors of growing tension between the couple, arguments over financial decisions, filming schedules, and whether or not Chris wanted to continue being part of the show. She's been trying to hold it all together, said a close family friend. But she's tired, and she's scared of another public humiliation. Amy hasn't spoken directly to the media, but she did post a cryptic message the morning after the arrest. Storms pass, but the damage they leave behind is always a lesson. Fan reaction. The internet exploded. Within hours, Chris Marek and justice for Amy were trending on Twitter. Fans were stunned, angry, confused. Some defended Chris. He's human. Everyone has bad nights. Others lashed out. He fooled us all. Poor Amy, she deserves better. Then there were those who suspected something deeper. Was this all for ratings? Is TLC orchestrating drama to save the show? One viral TikTok even claimed this arrest was staged, pointing to the convenient timing just months before the next season's release. But if this was staged, Amy Roloff is giving the performance of a lifetime. TLC has remained tight-lipped, But internal sources say producers were aware of tension between Amy and Chris as far back as February. One crew member anonymously told a podcast, Chris was getting tired of the cameras. He wanted privacy. Amy was still committed to the show. That created real friction. There are even reports that TLC was considering a spin-off focused solely on Amy without Chris. Could the pressure of fame have finally broken Chris? To understand Marek's breakdown, we need to look at what was happening behind the scenes. He reportedly lost a key client in his real estate business just last month. He was dealing with health issues, though no specifics were made public. And then there's the pressure of being Amy's husband, constantly under fan scrutiny. Friends say Chris felt like a sidekick in his own life. That insecurity, combined with professional stress, may have finally reached a boiling point. So how did the rest of the Roloff family react? Zach Roloff has not made a public comment. Charity posted a Bible verse about judgment and grace. Jacob, the most private of Amy's children, simply tweeted, "Media feeds off pain." The one surprising voice? Matt Roloff. Yes, Amy's ex-husband. He reportedly reached out to her the morning after the arrest. They may have their differences, said a family friend, but Matt's protective of Amy in his own way. Even after divorce and remarriage, some bonds never truly break. Marek has since posted bail and is scheduled for a court hearing later this month. His lawyer has issued a brief statement. Mr. Marek is cooperating fully with the investigation and looks forward to clearing up this misunderstanding. Sources say he's agreed to seek counseling and take a break from filming. But will that be enough to save his public image or his marriage? TLC has paused production indefinitely. Amy is reportedly considering a separation, at least temporarily. And fans are left wondering, can love survive this kind of storm? Amy appeared in a short livestream days after the arrest. Her face tired, her voice cracking. I don't want to talk about what happened, but I do want to thank everyone who has reached out with love. Life isn't perfect. People aren't perfect. I'm hurting, but I'm still standing. It was raw, real, and heartbreaking. She ended the video by holding up a mug that said, "Still a warrior." Tens of thousands of fans commented, "Amy, we're with you. Take all the time you need. You are not alone." So what's next for Amy Roloff and for Marek? Here are the possible scenarios. Legal resolution and public apology. Chris pleads guilty to a lesser charge, makes a statement, and steps out of the public eye. Separation or divorce. If tensions remain, Amy may choose to protect herself emotionally and legally. A new chapter. Solo. TLC might pivot the show into life after Chris. A new series documenting Amy's journey as a single woman again. Forgiveness and rebuilding. Amy and Chris could work through this in therapy and emerge stronger. Though fans may never look at him the same way. Only time will tell. This story reminds us that even reality stars live with secrets, scars, and struggles we may never fully understand. Amy Roloff has spent her life proving that strength isn't about height or fame, it's about heart. And right now, her heart is being tested like never before. We don't know if love will win. We don't know if justice will be served. But we do know this. Amy Roloff has faced heartbreak before, and every time, she's come back stronger. So if anyone can weather this storm, it's her. What do you think really happened between Amy and Chris? Do you believe he deserves a second chance, or is this the end of the road? Let us know in the comments below. More update. Amy Roloff shared big shocking news from Matt's Roloff girlfriend Karen Chandler. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Amy Roloff reunites with ex-Matt and his fiancée Karen Chandler at farm after former couples fight. The TLC personality posted numerous images from a fundraiser she organized for the Dwarf Athletic Association of America, DAA, on Instagram. In the photos, Amy, 60, posed on the farm with a placard advertising the event. The mother of four wore a blue jean dress, short blonde hair falling down, and a white vest and boots. Other family members were present, such as Isabel, 27, the wife of her son Jacob, who took pictures with her mother-in-law. Amy posted further images from the event with a cowboy theme that took place inside a barn on the family's $4 million farm in Oregon. Wearing cowboy hats, she photographed the visitors savoring dishes of food at their tables. One even showed Karen, 55, and Matt, 61, participating in the festivities while wearing theme-appropriate clothing. In her message, Amy expressed her excitement over the event and thanked Karen, Matt, and her 60-year-old husband, Marek, for helping to organize it. She wrote, in part, "What a great fundraising event I hosted for DAAA. Without my teammates Karen, Matt Roloff, and Marek, I could not have succeeded." Lpbw viewers were shocked to see Amy and Matt back together as a pair after their heated dispute on the show the previous season. Amy was disappointed and frustrated with the grandfather for how he treated his sons, confessing in an open interview on the broadcast. Their 33-year-old twins, Jeremy and Zach, wanted to purchase the property, but Matt didn't agree. The family members were angry when Matt decided to sell the farm because the group was unable to come to an agreement. "I think that's how Matt survives. Everything is fine. Everything is in its proper place. You may believe that this is acceptable, but are you unaware that your family and those around you disagree with you?" Amy said it wasn't well received. Her words, "This was something that I think hit right to the core," went on. "As a result, I think it would be challenging to just ignore it and assume everything is fine. For them, I feel it will take some time." Amy also reflected on a heated conversation she had with her ex-husband, describing how they got crazy over the farm sale. She also voiced her opinion, stating that she believed a deal might have been made before the sale decision was made. However, Matt told Karen that he felt the conversation went differently and believed Amy attacked him over the matter. "I put the farm up for sale, and Amy seems really worried about it." Matt told the cameras that if Amy was upset about anything, she would let him know. Furthermore, although he professed to understand his family's resentment, he made it clear that he was just selling a portion of the land. Instead of selling the property, Matt chose to rent out the main house in October 2022. In an effort to disassociate themselves from their father's behavior, Zach and his 32-year-old wife, Tori, moved into a $1 million house in Battleground, Washington, with their children. Along with his family, Jeremy and his 31-year-old wife, Audrey, took a bold decision and bought a $1.55 million home close to Roloff Farm. Amy Roloff doesn't expect to be best friends with ex-Matt Roloff's fiancée Karen Chandler. "We're cordial. A new dynamic has emerged between the Little People, Big World actor and his ex-husband and his fiancée," she says. The Roloff family is adjusting to their new dynamic on Little People, Big World. Despite their best efforts, Amy Roloff and Karen Chandler, who is engaged to her ex-husband Matt Roloff, are not likely to be best friends despite their cordial relationship. According to what Amy, 61, had to say about Chandler, 56, for Us Weekly, "We're cordial, we're respectful." Karen, who has worked at the Roloff family farm, and Matt, who is 62 years old, were friends for a long time before they fell in love. "We have the opportunity to spend time together," she added. "We are free to savor that moment. Nothing suggests that we'll wind up being very close friends." He made the observation that things have improved greatly since he's known them, praising the fact that they frequently engage in upbeat discussions about family issues. He made the observation that their positive conversations regarding family matters has definitely made things a lot better since I've known them. Little People, Big World's current season delves into the relationship's evolution when Matt revealed to Amy in an episode that he revised his will to give Amy his property. Matt merely informed people about his engagement last year. "After 6 wonderful years together, I asked Karen to marry me, and she said yes," he remarked. Our plan is to enjoy our engagement, and we are looking forward to a simple but elegant wedding in 2024. In August of 2021, Amy with Chris Marek, over 5 years after she and Matt's divorce was formalized in April of 2016. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.